Chapter 14, Eye and Vision. We continue special senses, those senses that have special organs, and vision has eyes to see things. So vision is a special sense of sight that is based on the transduction of light stimuli received through the eyes. We receive light into our eyes, and our eyes convert it into electrical signals, action potentials, running to our brain through the nerves. Eyes are sitting inside of the bony orbits, surrounding them, protecting them, and anchoring soft tissues of the eye. On the outside, we can see accessory structures of the eye. Eyebrows prevent the sweat from coming into the eyes from our forehead. Eyelids, they are called palpebra, protect the eyes from the anterior side. And finally, we have eyelashes. Those are sticking out, and whenever something comes very close to the eyes and touches our eyelashes, we blink immediately to close our eyes and protect them from danger. Continue accessory structures. Conjunctiva, it's a lining right here, lining of the eyeball from the outside. One part of it, sitting on the whites of the eyes, is called bulbar conjunctiva. Another part right here, covering eyelids from the inside, is called palpebral conjunctiva. Both of them have special glands producing mucus secretion to lubricate the eyeballs. Lacrimal apparatus is a structure producing tears to moisturize our eyes. Lacrimal apparatus is sitting on the lateral side of the eye inside, and it produces tears going onto the eyeball. Those tears later will be collected through the superior and inferior lacrimal canals into lacrimal sac, going down through the lacrimal duct, which opens in the nasal cavity. That's why when we produce a lot of tears when we are emotional, or when our eyes are irritated with something, like you cutting onions, and we produce a lot of tears, then those tears partially will go in our nose, making our nose run. In the tears we have mucus for moisturizing the eyeball, and also substances preventing bacteria and viruses to grow, antibodies and lysozyme. Muscles. Eyeball is surrounded with 6 muscles, keeping it in place and allowing us to move our ball when we want to look right, left, up, and down. 4 of those muscles are called rectus muscles. That will be superior rectus, here it is, inferior rectus, lateral rectus, and medial rectus muscles. We also have 2 oblique muscles, superior oblique and inferior oblique muscles. Now, when we cut through the eyeball, and you will be doing it when you do your dissection lab, you will see that there are 3 layers to the eyeball wall. Fibrous outer layer, here it is, it's white. Vascular layer, it's red in this picture, and inner layer, sensory, it's yellow. Internal cavity right here is filled with fluids that are called humors. And the lens right here separates internal cavity, so that is internal cavity right here, anterior segment and posterior segment. So again, that's a lens. The whole thing is internal cavity. That would be anterior cavity, and that would be posterior cavity. Or segments. They are called segments sometimes. We are starting from the outer layer, or fibrous layer. It's made of 2 portions. This smaller portion, it's transparent, and it's called cornea. Cornea allows the light to go into the eye, and it bends the light direction to adjust it to our vision. And the rest of the fibrous layer is made of thick layer of connective tissue called sclera. It's opaque and it's for protection of the eyeball, and it also keeps the shape of the eyeball. And it attaches muscles. Next layer right here is a vascular layer. It is made of three parts. First would be choroid. Right here is choroid. This is choroid. It has tiny blood vessels to supply all the layers with nutrients. This portion right here would be ciliary body. It goes all the way surrounding the lens. And ciliary body is made of ciliary muscles. When those muscles contract or relax, they change the shape of lens. Excuse me. And also ciliary process. Ciliary processes attach ciliary muscles to the lens to keep it in place. And finally we have iris. Right here there is iris. It's a frontal part of the vascular layer. It has an opening in the middle called pupil of the eye. It regulates amount of the light entering the eye. And right here inside of it there are also muscles, sphincter and papilla and dilator papilla. Sphincter makes a pupil smaller, dilator makes a pupil larger. Iris is covered with special pigments, making it colored. So iris can have different color in different people. It can be gray, it can be brown, it can be green, or it can be blue. How those muscles in the iris work? One muscle right here is called circular muscle. So whenever we see bright light, or whenever we are relaxed, when our parasympathetic nervous system is working, that muscle contracts and makes our pupil of the eye smaller. In the other cases, excuse me, when sympathetic nervous system works and at the dim light, the other muscles contract, those short muscles right here, plenty of those. They are called radial muscles, and they make our eye pupil large.